Okay, I thought I'd do a little video on this one. I had a client who brought me in a Sansui AU-717 and a Sansui AU-317. I've already opened up both units. I've done quite a little bit of work on the 317. It's still got some issues. I kind of set it aside because I wanted to get going on the big boy here. I'll get back to the 317, but just making a quick video on this 717. Boy, this thing was really dirty when it came in. I've got it all cleaned up. I've cleaned all the pots, the switches, the transformers, the chassis. I've had both amp driver boards out, reflowed both amp driver boards. Right now we're in the process of removing the power supply board and going to reflow the power supply board next. And then that should pretty well get this thing finished up. So I'll get back on this when I do the next phase and extend the video. Okay, so I'm picking back up on the Sansui AU-717 that I've been working on. Pretty much just went through this whole amplifier. I mean, everything's came out, everything's been reflowed. Amp driver boards, have been meter tested, everything checked. I mean, just the whole 9 yards. Power supply board came out, was reflowed. I've reflowed every drop of solder in this thing, checked everything. The power cord had a loose lug on it. And was cutting out power, so I went ahead and put a new 3-prong power cord on it while I was in there, since we had the thing apart anyway, and that needed to be addressed. So at this point I'm getting ready to button the bottom of this thing up, and then I'll start working on putting the top stuff back on there, and then we've got to get it back on, hook it back up, bench test it, put the scope on it, all that. I've already set the DC offset, I've set the bias. Like I said, everything's been done. At this point, it's just kind of basically putting everything back together and buttoning everything up. So I'll be back in the next part of the video. You'll see the front part. You'll see it running on the scope, the whole 9 yards. I've still got to get back and look at the AU-317 that was dropped off along with this. I've done a lot of work on it already, but it's still got a few issues. It's sitting over in the parts pile of stuff in the corner there that's got to get addressed. So anyway, yeah, I'll be back on this one. Okay folks, she's all done. The Sansui AU-717. In my opinion, probably one of the best amps made ever. Really like it. I've owned one personally, and I would highly recommend these amps. These are rated at 85 watts per channel RMS, but if you put A and B speakers together, you got 125 watts per channel RMS. That drives this amp at 4 ohms. You get a lot more power. Not that it needs it. 85 watts on this sounds like a hell of a lot more. But this amp turned out nice. The owner is going to be just elated. I've got to get back to his 317 that he dropped off as well. Hopefully we can get that one resurrected as well. But yeah, this amp was gone completely through. And it just turned out nice. Really was a nice one. Didn't really need to replace any parts. It just needed a full cleaning, full service, full reflow. This was a one owner. The person that dropped this off bought this brand new back in the day. So I'm happy to get it going for him again. And this thing should last him for the rest of his life and then his children's lives. So anyway, I'm out and on to the next one. All right, folks, I've gotten the AU-317 back on the bench that was dropped off with the AU-717. I now have it fired off and going, both channels working good. So another success. I've got to do a lot of cleanup work on this. I've done a lot of solder reflow. I've cleaned all the pots and the switches, and I've done a lot of the work on this already. It was just acting kind of funny, and I had to go back over a few things. I finally figured out what was going on. Got it on the scope, got it fired up. She's sounding good. Okay folks, so that's it. There's the AU-317 and the AU-717. Went through both amps, got everything straightened out, working good. I think the owner's going to be really happy. 2 more killer jobs. These are really, really nice amps, by the way. If anybody's never owned a Sansui amp, especially one of these rack mount models, these are killer amps. If you find one, buy it. Later, guys. I'll see you on the next one.